Hello, everyone. I am so excited to share my first Friday flirty fun newsletter, video, podcast. Probably will be purposed for all three of those. I've got so much on my heart to share. I'm going to be bringing all of you into my personal life. And there is absolutely a tie to professional impact as well. The title of today's share will be Systematizing True Love, what I've learned from approaching 1,500 beautiful women. And I've got some notes prepped that I'll be glancing at just to make sure that I have a strong framework for this share. I want to get this just right and want to convey all of the hope that I have in my heart to yours. So, yes, this is a big challenge for me to share, to open up, and to be vulnerable, to bring you all into my world. This is horribly uncomfortable, but it feels very, very important to do, as this has been a way that I've been practicing my edge, practicing courage, practicing living the message of spreading the love. And I started this a few years ago. A little bit of the backstory. I felt some pressure with my aging parents. The writing was on the wall. There was that I was going to be caretaking at some point. There was a big storm was looming. Was probably a better analogy, and I sensed that. And this was about 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I reached out to a dating coach, a dating, love, romance, and intimacy coach. That with the intention of, okay, I'm 43 years old. Haven't met that special woman yet. I'm kind of spinning my wheels. Yeah, I go on dates, and yeah, I can approach women here and there, and I meet women here and there, yada, yada, yada. And maybe even before that, all this started, I think the summer prior, I deleted all of my all my dating apps. So that was a big step of like, okay, Matt, this is not going to happen online. You're going to have to make this happen in person. So this was me taking that to the next level. I had already kind of been trying the approach game of connecting and having the courage to give direct compliments and to face rejection, etc. But then there was, again, an opportunity where it hit me, where it was very clear, all right, I need to have a coach. And I need to have somebody who's gone through this journey, somebody who knows the ins and the outs, this nuanced terrain. So I found a wonderful coach. He's from Europe. He's traveling around the world. He's living my dream life of being a dating, love, romance, and intimacy coach that travels around the world freely. As you all know from my book, Worth the Fight, the furthest I made it was Turkey, an 18-hour layover in Turkey. So I do have aspirations for world travels and to finish that around the world trip. So reaching out to Sebastian was a big, bold first step in that direction, or a big step in that direction, better stated. And the assignment, long story short, summed up is my assignment with my dating coach was approaching 3 to 5 beautiful women every single day. And I'd say it's probably closer to 2 to 3 on average. So this puts me around 1,500 plus or minus. And I'm not like keeping a spreadsheet or anything, but this is the way that I live. This has now become a habit. It's become reflexive that when I see a beautiful woman, I will approach, I will stop her and get her attention, and just express my affinity for her beauty, and with courage and curiosity and earnest intentions to connect authentically, to try to put a smile on her face, try to light her day up, try to make her day better. And if there's a chemistry, of course, I'll get a phone number and maybe have a date, and so on. So this has been my reality for the last year and a half to 2 years. And I'm going to be sharing all of my big takeaways and what I've learned. And these Flirty Fun Fridays newsletters and videos, I'll be going deeper on certain topics around dating, love, romance, and intimacy, and with earnest hopes of inspiring connection, deep connection. And I stay tuned till the end of this video. I do have a bold call to action that I'm going to be sharing for Q4 It's right around the corner. We've got October 1st. I'm recording this right now. It's September 26th. October 1st is just it's next week. So I'll have a fun challenge for Q4, and I look forward to you all holding me accountable for this. So again, my big thoughts from this journey has been, first off, I do wholeheartedly believe that this is the path to true love. That and my goals, my dating goals, are to meet that special woman and to have a sacred union, and to get married and have children, and probably travel around the world first, and then get married, have children, and live happily ever after. So that is my ultimate goal with this, and I feel like this is the path to do that. And when the time comes, and I just know with every fiber of my being that she's the one, and that this is the right time, I will surrender, and the rest will be history, so to speak. But at that point, I'll know that I won't have any regrets, because I'm giving absolutely everything that I can to this path, and to what might be the most important decision of my entire life. So again, there will be no regrets, and knowing that I've showed up, and I've developed myself into being the man that I'm here to be, and hopefully, again, finding that special woman to spend the rest of my life with. But in this video, articulating this as it's not about pickup, but it's about self-development. This is about spreading the love. This is about courage. It's about confidence. It's about curiosity. So again, this has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. It's been very, very challenging. Deeply humbling. The first few months of this was pretty awful. It's pretty horrific. And just like, what is it in my nervous system that would have me so scared of rejection, scared to approach women? It's almost as though this has been deeply healing and cathartic to work through whatever those blockages are. And yeah, I crashed and burned a lot at first. The first, again, probably 30 to 50 approaches. There were some really good ones there, so that led me to believe, like, whoa, this is the right path. But there was a lot of really awkward, uncomfortable moments. But I knew that I was just trying my best to do this, and my intentions are pure and they're good, and that this is something that will yield results. And it has. It was just a few months into this where I started dating some of the most beautiful women that I've ever met in my entire life, and it's been so rewarding to have the experience, to have the deep intimacy, the dating, love, romance, intimacy, the hot sex, all of it. I'm 45 years old, having the best sex of my life right now, and it wouldn't be if I didn't embark on this challenge. I would still be playing around on the apps, and I would still be spinning my wheels, and I'd still be stuck in the bullshit incorporated limiting beliefs scarcity programs. So again, this has been deeply challenging. It's brought up a lot of stuff in my nervous system, a lot of, again, what is it that makes me so fearful of rejection, of going up to talk to the other the women or a group of women, and of course, this is a lifelong pursuit. This is a lifelong process of personal growth. I'm not sharing this from a place of mastery. I'm sharing this from a place of learning and growing, and earnestly hopeful that I can inspire a few people to perhaps embark on a similar journey. Maybe we can ripple this positive energy out into our collective. So that's my intention here. And why I'm taking the time to open up and be vulnerable, and to share my personal journey of approaching 1,500 or so beautiful women. Other insights that I've learned on this path, again, deeply healing, that this is about liberating oneself from the bullshit incorporated limiting belief scarcity programs. There's so much disconnection and separation in our society, so I think this is a way that we can take back our power, and post-pandemic, this is a way, I think we're all reeling a little bit from social anxiety, so this is a way that we get back into being sharp from a social standpoint and being open to connection. I don't think that online, I've got lots of commentary around social media. I don't think social media is social at all. I think that it isolates us and it's radicalizing and cutting us off from authentic connection. And again, I'll parking lot that. I do have strong feelings about that. I'm in the middle of a digital declutter where I'm off the social media apps. Very excited to be on Substack and sharing heartfelt thoughts and impressions on this. This is a different platform than Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. I digress. Back to my insights that I've come from this journey. Confidence is a result. That we have to take the action first. That we start where we stand, we do what we can, we show up, we always find that next actionable step. There's two threads here, that the next actionable step and again the fact that it's the action that results in confidence. And I believe that this is bi-directional. So this is something that we when we're embarking on this approach journey, we're practicing courage. So this is going to practice the courage, the same muscle that we're using for our purpose, for serving our clients, for showing up for our friends and family, natural world, etc. So it's the idea that again, it's bi-directional, that our success that we have from a professional impact, of course, we're gonna have more confidence that is gonna equate to feeling better about ourselves, higher self-esteem, which will equate to making it easier to approach. But then also it works the other direction as well, where this journey, showing up, having the courage to embrace rejection, will build the confidence that we can channel into our service missions. So I just want to make that very, very clear. And again, it's about finding the next actionable step. This has been a huge part, and this is something that I share in depth with my clients in my microdose mentorship and elite empowerment, high leverage prosperity coaching. It's when we find the next actionable step, we get out of our head and into action. So we always break down these kind of daunting tasks into what is the next actionable step. Always seeking that, always challenging my clients to find that next actionable step. And that's the process here of dating. It's an iterative process, and we're seeking the next actionable step. If you're too scared to approach women and to look them in the eyes and tell them that they're beautiful, then start by asking for the time. Start by asking for directions. Until you get comfortable there, then give them a direct compliment and a genuine, heartfelt, again, courage and curiosity. We're being very curious about the beautiful soul that's in front of us, and how can we light them up, and how can we bring a smile to their face? What are their interests and their passions? And with earnest intentions for authentic connection. And then from that point, if there's chemistry, we ask for the phone number. If we get the phone number, then we text and set up a date. I'm not going to go in depth here about that, but of course that leads to dating, and then the dating leads to relationship, and then after that, there's the relationship leads to marriage and family and so on. So it's a constantly iterative process. So we find the next actionable step, and when we are again paralyzed, we can be paralyzed by the end result. But if we break down the end result, what is the next actionable step? That again gets us out of our head into action, where all the magic is happening. And when we're in a state of action, I believe we're learning 1,000 times faster than sitting around and analyzing everything and thinking about things and researching things and all this bullshit incorporated limiting belief scarcity programs that just keep us from doing the one thing that we know that we should be doing. Approaching and sharing, being brave, being bold, expressing our true feelings about how we feel about the person that's in front of us. Why most men won't do this? I've got lots to say around this, and I've had a lot of kind of polarizing conversations the last few years, and there's a lot of stories of lack. that people have these mental constructs that they're not worthy of love, that that no one will love them, and all the women are gold diggers, and that all the women go for tall, handsome men with square jaws. That there's all this bullshit that people come up with, and I don't think that. I mean, it's there's a red pill community. So long story short, the red pill community is there's a bunch of influencers on social media, specifically YouTube, I think is probably where the most of them are, that put out this content that confirms the biases that men and the limiting beliefs that they already have. So they go down this rabbit hole, but they're going further and further out to sea, lost, not in a journey of self-improvement and self-development where they're consistently confronting the angst in their nervous system. They're consistently leaning in and working to be better and to work through their blockages. Instead, they're just validating their limits and the stories that they have already. Again, confirmation bias. I could share probably a 30-minute video just about that, and that's something that I'm very passionate about, because I want people to connect. I want people to get out of their comfort zone and to utilize this. And I really, truly believe with all the madness in the world, this could be an antidote. This could be a way to spread the love and to ripple this out into our collective consciousness and to promote authentic connection in a disconnected world. Deleting the apps, that was a huge move for me. That was a bold move. That was me signaling and sending a signal to the universe that I'm serious about this. This is something that I'm no longer going to have the Tinder and the Hinge and all of this distraction that was getting in the way of my purpose. It was fracturing my attention, all this worry, all this work for nothing. And probably the biggest reason why I don't believe that the dating apps are a good idea, and who knows, maybe someday I'll go back into that, and now that I'm fully on this path, I don't know for sure. But right now I'm not. I enjoy the cold approaching. I enjoy the for all the very same reasons that I'm sharing this. So I'm not judging people, but I want to share my ethos or thought process as to why I think that the dating apps are problematic. The dating apps take men off the hook for being brave and having courage, for stepping up to a beautiful woman and expressing themselves and opening themselves up to rejection. And from an evolutionary standpoint, that is essential for the feminine heart to feel safe. Courage sends a signal of safety that, hey, if shit hit the fan, this man would have my back and he would be able to protect me. So this is a way that we demonstrate courage. And we demonstrate how we could protect in that situation. So this is an opportunity that, and if you're working with the dating apps and you're having Hinge or Tinder and you're just meeting and hooking up, you're not having that opportunity to demonstrate that courage and to build that trust. And again, the feminine heart needs to feel safe. When the feminine heart feels safe, it can open up and blossom and open herself up to the infinite depth that is within all women. I'm getting a little bit poetic here, a little bit David Data, but I believe that to be true. And again, when we're just swiping left and right and we're doing this and that, people might connect. They might connect on a physical level, but I think something will always be missing. And I think there's going to be instances where someone will, maybe they're super busy professionals and they do connect online and connect in real person, and the women will test the men in other means to qualify them as suitors and to qualify their courage. But I think more times than not, this is going to be a way to take ourselves and to mitigate us putting us through a very uncomfortable journey of embracing rejection. Again, I could probably talk for 30 minutes on that topic alone. I'll probably be sharing a video around that at some point. And at some point, I will share. I have thoughts and impressions around, or thoughts and ideas, I should say, around what women would be, single women that are looking to connect. Thought process and ethos for them. But right now, I'm just speaking to men. But I suppose a woman could go on this similar journey of putting themselves out there and approaching. We have our gender roles here in our society, and that this isn't gospel by any means. But I think more times than not that the men pursue courtship in our Western world. For better or worse, I'm not saying that it's the and maybe from an evolutionary standpoint, it does line up. So again, I'm gonna stop talking on this point and move on to the next, which is a bold call to action. I'm here in Miami, Florida. I've got my Miami white on, and I've been having these conversations with men at Anatomy, the health club that I'm at, and just men that I'm meeting all over Miami. And I'm doing a lot of networking, a lot of, I'm out and about. So I'm not just approaching beautiful women. I'm also being very social and kind to men, and relating to people. What's going on? What are you up to? What are your projects? What are your blockages, and so on? I'm very curious. How can I be of service ultimately? And so this is a call to action. Courage and curiosity challenge. It's my goal to inspire 100 men to take this challenge in Q4. I think that it's a bold goal that I will be accountable to, and will actually be tracking this goal to see how I can do this, and we can spread these good vibes out into our collective. And I do believe that love spreads so much faster than fear. That this is about authentic connection. These are not pickup tactics. This is about self-development. This is about being the best version of ourselves. This is about practicing courage. This is the edge that most all of us can practice. And especially if you're living in a big city like Miami or Chicago, there's beautiful women everywhere. I will tell you right now that 3 to 5 approaches per day is not out of the realm of possibility. I probably see there's probably 10 really good opportunities, if I'm completely honest with myself, every single day here in Miami, Florida. And I think that the same would hold true for Chicago or New York or Los Angeles. And when we open ourselves up to possibility, we set strong intention, and we again, make this a priority to lean into the discomfort and to find that next actionable step so we can spread the love and give a beautiful woman that we see a direct compliment. That will be the challenge here. The courage is about the inner work of pushing through the fear and approaching despite the nerves. The curiosity is we're shifting from an outcome-driven approach to will she like me, to a playful discovery about another person, the person in front of you, getting very, very curious. And yes, this is a challenge for self-development, and as opposed to pickup tactics. And this, I believe, again, we're practicing courage that we can channel into our service aspirations. We can channel into every aspect of our life, all of our other relationships. And this is exactly what the world needs right now. There's some scientific data to support my findings. David Buss is an evolutionary psychologist at the University of Texas at Austin. He had a 1,000-person study across 37 cultures. And the number one attributes or the highest attributes that women were seeking in men were kindness and confidence. So it's kindness and understanding. It's kind of a pair, and emotional stability and confidence are what women are seeking in the men that they date and long-term partners. So keep that in mind, food for thought. This is an incredible way to spread kindness and to work on our confidence. And yes, I'm a microdosing coach, and I have not to this point talked about psychedelics, but yes, I do wholeheartedly believe that microdosing can help. We can leverage this boosted neuroplasticity to accelerate the transformation. What does neuroplasticity mean? Neuroplasticity is our brain and our nervous system's ability to change in response to experience. So it's our ability to learn a more adaptive path forward. As children, we're very neuroplastic. It's very easy to learn, but as adults, we get in these rigid patterns. And so with microdosing, it's going to make it a little bit easier for us to rewire our brain and our nervous system and to rewire some of these attachment programs that we have and that we have from childhood. Because, our nervous system, I wasn't intending to do a deep dive around neuroplasticity, but I will here. Our nervous system is formulated in the early years of childhood development, again, up till we're 25 years old, but mostly in the early years. And it's formulated from that point. So then, we're looking to get into our nervous system to rewire some of those maladaptive programs. Case in point, there's the attachment theory of anxious avoidant or anxious attachment, and then secure attachment. Those are the primary ones, and maybe disorganized attachment. And that we're all seeking to be more of a securely attached person. And when we're doing this work, I believe that again, we can rewire our nervous system to a more adaptive setting of being secure, being more confident, having more ease, more relaxation within our nervous system, as opposed to the anxiety and the avoidance and all of these, this crap from childhood that many of us carry, myself included. But again, I think that I'm not doing the best job of articulating this, but with microdosing and the aligned practices of meditation and breath work and journaling, we can direct that plasticity, as Dr. Andrew Huberman says, that it's not the neuroplasticity, but it's neuroplasticity towards a directed aim. So we're creating a strong structure to aim that neuroplasticity towards our big goals, dreams, and aspirations. And we're, again, keeping tabs on what's coming up. We're journaling our thoughts when we're meditating, when we're doing breath work, when we're doing fitness. We're in meditation and prayer. What are the blockages? What are the distracting thoughts? What's the heaviness on our heart? What are those tough conversations that we can have? What are the healthy boundaries? Where are we lying to ourselves? These are the things that I encourage my clients to investigate when we're embarking on the brave journey through the heart. And there's an incredible opportunity, again, with microdosing to have the boosted empathy, the boosted courage, the boosted self-awareness. The best way that I can describe the experience is 3% more empathy, 3% more courage, 3% more self-awareness, maybe 3 to 5% more. With psilocybin and LSD, they're potent molecules. They're prohibited for a very, very good reason. They work, people get better, and this can accelerate transformational growth. But and also, I just want to share this that both psilocybin and LSD have been labeled as breakthrough therapies that are fast-tracked. For psilocybin has been fast-tracked by the FDA, and it has been labeled a breakthrough therapy for depression. And LSD has been given the same designation of breakthrough therapy and is in, I believe, phase 3 clinical trials with the federal government as a potential cure for generalized anxiety disorder. So again, there's an opportunity to accelerate this process, to have more courage, to put ourselves out there, and potentially, it's my kind of belief here, and we'll see how this all works out, that potentially the men that I coach and the women that I coach around this might be able to get the same results that I've had 10 times faster with working with psilocybin, working with LSD, doing the practices, leaning into the discomfort, and rewiring our brain and our nervous system in a more accelerated time frame. Time will tell. We will see. I'm going to hold myself accountable to all of you. Thank you for the journey ahead, and very much looking forward to Q4 here, where it's my earnest hope and prayer and intention to inspire 100 men here in Miami and beyond to embark on a similar challenge. And I look forward again to sharing all the love and the insights and the learnings on this path out towards this edge as we progress. If there's any questions about anything that I share on these videos or my newsletter or anything, feel free to reach out. I'm here to be of service. So much love to all of you. Love and peace. Thank you for watching.